Hi guys, welcome here, welcome back. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. I am your host, Nacho Mama. Some people call me Crystal, some people call me Criddle, like Riddle with a C. Either way, Nacho Mama is a personality, not a person. Now I'm going to be reading for the female Leo collective. Those of you that resonate with having a lot of feminine energy in you and you are a Leo, or if you are dealing with a feminine Leo, this message might be for you. Remember that energy is fluid. It doesn't matter if you are a female born in a male body or a male born in a female body. It only matters what you resonate with, right? I consider myself very masculine. Does not make me a lesbian by any means. But I do a lot of dude stuff. Like I'm a tattoo artist, have a degree in machining. I've been accused of outduding most of my boyfriends. Like my boyfriend sat on my lap kind of deal, you know? My friends always made jokes about how anybody that came by me was going to have bigger balls than I did, you know? And what better way to heal whatever ancestral wounds are within our generational lines, by being reincarnated or incarnated as the opposite energy, right? How are we ever supposed to know what it's like to be a male if we've never been a male? How are we supposed to know what sort of situations the female collective has to deal with if we've never been a female? With that being said, let's see what we can get for the feminine Leo energy. Feminine female Leo energy. Please use me as a conduit to express the best message my female Leos need to hear today, universe. Please and thank you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you so feel inclined. And I dropped some links in the description box if you would like an altar cloth like mine, excluding the embroidery. My mom did the embroidery. I dropped a link. It's called Sunshine and Shadows at Etsy. If you would like to send me and my channel mission a donation, that link is in the description box. My Facebook page is in the description box. I joined the world of TikTok. Moving, gotta keep up with the times, right? That is also in the description box. Remember, you can't have a bad day with a good attitude, and you can't have a good day with a bad attitude. Keep that in mind, y'all. Leo. What can we tell the Leo feminines today, universe? King of Cups. Emotionally responsive, huh? But before I say too much about this, let's throw some more cards out here. Creative, responsive. What else can we tell the feminine Leos? The Prince of Wands. You guys are feeling very optimistic in the realm of the heart, the realm of passion with your thoughts. You guys are feeling very optimistic in all areas of your life right now, feels like. Ready to embark on a new adventure. What else can we tell the Leo female collective, universe? And the Prince of Cups. Man, you have a lot of energy here in regards to a new relationship. I really feel like some of you are embarking on a new adventure of love. that the tides have changed and you are ready to rock and roll, Leo. What else can we tell the Leo feminine collective? You are no longer hurting from any past relationships. You don't have any baggage. You have no exes in your inbox, and even if you do, you know how to deal with them. You aren't engaging in any toxic behavior, nor are you allowing any toxic behavior. I feel like the tide has changed. Some of you might be dealing with a Sagittarius. You've resolved all of your past issues, maybe not completely. You don't have to be floating on a cloud in order to be in high vibration, but I really feel like this is a very high vibration Leo we got going on here. What else can we tell feminine Leo collective? You no longer feel backed into a corner. You don't feel like you're all alone. You've resolved all the past baggage that you have. You don't have lingering thoughts of an over romanticized ex-boyfriend that things went wrong with in the past. Like you're not holding on to any bitterness. You've turned your bitter into better. Some of you are dealing with an Aquarius. We have Aquarius and Sagittarius. We have Princess of Swords, the Prince of Wands, the Prince of Cups, and the King of Cups. The first card out was the King of Cups. You guys are viewing your cup as always full, even no matter what's in it. It's always got some sort of air in there, right? Even if it's not full of liquid. You have completely transformed yourself, Leo. You have completely transmuted all of the past energies, all of any sort of negative energy that you had in the past. You can now look back at it and you are thankful for the lessons that you have, the wisdom that you've gained from the past experiences that you've had. You no longer look at anything that has happened in your past as trauma. Not to say that I'm not downplaying any sort of traumatic experience. The thing about trauma is that no matter what, some of us have experienced so much trauma, and then we scoff at people, that haven't experienced as much trauma as us. But what we don't understand is that those that haven't experienced as much trauma as us still feel the trauma. I mean, I'm going to use a cheesy example of like, say one person had their parents die and they were beaten as a child and they've gone through foster care and this other person lived in a very healthy family and didn't experience any of that outside trauma as a child, but their goldfish dying is the most traumatic thing that has ever happened to them. Well, that trauma, even though it seems ridiculous, still might feel exactly the same as some of the most horrendous trauma that has happened to us. That's the one thing that we fail to realize about people's experiences is it doesn't matter. Like, trauma is trauma, and a lot of times we scoff at people that like, oh, you don't know what it's like, you know what I mean? But in all reality, those that have had a very sheltered life, when trauma actually does hit them, it hits them a hell of a lot harder. And we fail to recognize that within each other. We are always in some sort of weird competition. Like, why are we always in competition for who's experienced the worst? Instead of praising those that haven't experienced those things. Like we have a tendency to focus on the negativity. I mean, can you remember the best parts of your childhood as vividly as you remember the worst parts of your childhood? Probably not. It probably takes some real concentration to bring up the best memories of your young adult life. You know, like our traumatic experiences seem to be living there in the background with no effort. Um, how can we pull up the best experiences in our life just as easily? You know what I mean? Anyways, that was a side tangent. You guys are no longer feeling like you are backed in a corner. You're no longer feeling like it's you against the world. And even if you do feel like it's you against the world, you feel like you can take on the world no matter what. There's a very confident energy that I feel here. A very earned confidence. Something that somebody will never be able to take from you. Once you've gotten there and you're past all of the acting reckless out of emotions, becoming emotionally intelligent. That means that no matter what, nobody can get your goat. And if something triggers you, then you go inside and you figure out why it's triggering you. And then you put a halt and you change whatever action it is that's making you feel that way, right, Leo? That's emotional intelligence, not just integrity, but intelligence. You know, because integrity isn't what you do that other people see. Integrity comes from what you do when nobody's looking. That you'll get no applause for, that no recognition for. That's a self thing. That's between you and universe, you and God, you and whoever you want to call the higher being. Between you and yourself. And you are no longer flying off the handle at like your goat's ungettable, Leo. If you have people that are used to being able to play off your emotions, you've conquered your own emotions. You've conquered your emotional intelligence. You have conquered your emotional integrity. And you no longer feel like it's you against the world and that you're all alone. You feel like the world, you are the world. Not only are you the world, you're of the world. And you've been planting these seeds, and you're not worried about if these seeds are going to grow. You're letting the universe do what it does. What else can we tell the feminine Leo collective? Geez, you have a lot of kings and queens and princes on the table. I'm not sure if you have a lot of people in your life or if you've lived a lot of lives within yourself. I know me personally, it feels like I've lived a bunch of different lifetimes in this one lifetime. You know, I've been homeless. And see, when I say homeless, I felt like I was more backpacking America. You know, I was in my younger days and I traveled with the Rainbow Gathering. And I hitchhiked and hopped trains. And the first time I ever hopped a train was with a serial killer, I'm pretty sure. But that's a whole other story. Yeah, you have the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck here on the split. That is peaceful. That is peace within yourself. That's peace that all your cups are full. The people that you're working with are people that aren't envious of you. Your circle's not jealous. They actually applaud your success. You know? You have to watch out for those people that are envious. People that smile to your face but wish harm to your situation on the outside. No way, Jose. Some of you are dealing with a Scorpio. But I feel like your circle, like you have finally figured out who's there for you, who's not there for you. And your circle seems pretty solid, Leo, with the Emperor. You are building your legacy, your foundation. Look, there's the Triforce at the bottom. It's like a little Zelda character. Huh, never noticed that before. Look, I have the Triforce on me. And you have the Nine of Cups with happiness. When you put your happiness into external sources, then if somebody takes that away, then it takes your happiness away. But when you are happy inside yourself, then no external source can take that or make that for you. That's permanent. That's like a contentment inside of yourself that no matter what happens on your outside world, like you are still happy. It doesn't mean that you could be with friends without friends. You could be with a relationship without a relationship. You could have a job, not have a job. You could be broke and homeless and still happy. You know? That's not having any sort of external influences that dictates your happiness. And a lot of you guys are really finding that within yourself, and it's showing on your outside circle. With the Princess of Discs, there's a lot of support around you. You have a lot of support. A lot of people that are in your corner that are celebrating your success and not in an envious, like, catty sister circle. Like you're not participating in any sort of weird sister circles. The truth. You are celebrated inside yourself, which is being reflected back to you, Leo. So good job. I'm pretty sure those are your messages. I love you guys. I imagine you're having a very wonderful day. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and check out the links that I dropped in below. Beep, beep. Much love.